I am Jonathan Crisp. I'm doing another live video, and hopefully y'all catch me live. This time I'm going to explain spanking is abuse, and first of all, there's scientific evidence that strongly backs this up. But besides the scientific evidence, why do we think? Okay, why do we think? No, spousal abuse, maternal abuse, like the father gets his wife. We think that's frowned upon in society, and rightfully so. I mean, a husband cannot justify hitting his wife in the name of discipline or anything else. When it comes to a small child who's a little bit tiny than us, but yet we choose to hit it. We choose to use spanking as a means to control them. We tend to control children. We tend to use spanking as a means to let off our aggression upon them. Let me tell you, if someone spanks, mostly it's out of aggression, because that person, is mad and stuff like that. Maybe that child made him mad. He did something, he did not. Maybe the father parent did something that got under his skin, so he decides to take it out on the child, somebody who cannot defend himself. And does that work out? No. It makes the child, people say it works. It does not work. It may work for immediate compliance. He may stop for a minute because of what he was spanked for, but deep inside he'll feel, not loved. I'm right, my parents hit me, and act aggression. And plus, the child, he's not going to want to open up to the parents. For example, say a small child does something bad. Let's say you got fish and he takes fish out and the fish dies, lays the camera, and the fish dies. And a lot of parents, some parents, I have witnessed this. Father, I can't be true, but I tell you what I said. I can't be true. The father was like, son, why did you take the fish out of the tank? Okay, now, if you go 3 seconds, if you respond in 5 seconds, I'm gonna get a belt. The child, he was like, how kids get when they crying, being upset. I tell, when it get time to respond. So, so 5 seconds. So I was like, I'm not gonna mention names because this is already told him. I'm not gonna mention no names. I told him. I'm used the name Timmy, but as his name. I got Timmy. Let's be honest. What happened to the fish? Did you get that curious? Was you curious? I just wanted to take the fish out of the water, see how it would do. Was you curious? Was you want to see how it did? I was like, you could tell me. I was telling father, who we would call, let's say, Bobby. I said, Bobby, this is how you respond to a child about this fish incident. Okay? Be on his eye level and let him explain, why he took the fish out of the water and stuff, which he did. So I probably saved that kid spanking. It's the father many times I was overly rough on the kids. Overly rough on the kids. It did not help. They always got more aggressive. Most of the time, it's out of when parents hit or spank, it's out of aggression. Stuff. Well, how about if I calm down? How about if I calm down and just don't do it out of anger. Don't do it out of anger. You don't use a belt. We don't do it hard. Instead of the first 3 things that's wrong with that. We don't do it out of anger. So you spank the kid. It's you don't do it out of anger. You do it out of love. that's impossible because if you do, cannot, you don't hit out of love. When you do something out of love, you get down to the eye level and ask them what the, why they did what they did to get in trouble with you. Ask them. Timmy, um, Timmy, I know you get upset. Like, why did you, do such and such? That's our level, and he will, and I guarantee you, he keeps going to say, calm down, tell me, why'd you do it? And stuff. And he calmed down, and then he'll explain it, then it'll be like, then tell him the consequences. Boundaries, set boundaries, basically, in peaceful parenting, boundaries, you call it boundaries and stuff. You call it boundaries, setting boundaries. A set of rules that they have to follow, and stuff that if they break those rules, a lot of it you get either natural consequences where they learn, let's say a child you can't brush his teeth, if you don't brush his teeth. Instead of, keeping on to him, and he will find out why he will get to cavities, why we want him to brush his teeth. If he hits his sister, let's say he said his only sister hits him back, without, parents telling him, hit him back. You don't, without that, you don't ever tell your siblings to hit each other back. If they hit each other back, be like that's without their natural consequences. Then you get between both of them, be like, see, it's not fun when we hit each other. See, we make each other mad and sad. See how angry we get? How about we forced apologies? Forced apologies is bad too, because when somebody tells you go apologize to a neighbor because he this is for example, you're not going to you're not in the mood to apologize right away. You gotta calm down. So, but what you do to force apologies, you model him, or you will try to regulate his emotions, or try to set an example. Like when you apologize, you can be like, you see, how did it make brother feel? See, he gets sad. How do you feel? How do you feel when he does that to you? When he hits you? And stuff. How do you feel? You get his emotions and stuff. And how about we just eventually he will come to apologize when he's ready and stuff. He might be 3 minutes later, he might be 30 minutes later and stuff. But eventually, that's how. It's called healthy boundaries, modeling good behavior, like model what good behavior you want your child to do, especially younger toddlers. It will work because children, their minds are like sponges. It might take a time for them to get down, but eventually they will, and this will help them regulate your emotions. Because when a child, that old saying, children has no filters, small children. That's because they know no emotions. They don't know, if they tell their uncle he had a fat lip, or he had a big belly, or he's hairy, he look ugly and stuff like that. They don't know words like that hurt people and stuff like that. So instead, if they tell somebody, instead of get mad at them, be like, when you call Uncle Jimmy that, how about he hurts him and stuff like that. Also do other stuff. But also just go by the house, and if your wife or anybody, does something against you and stuff like that, and and maybe like have them like cry and have you you know but think of ways how to resolve it like that. Think of ways to resolve it. To think of ways to how to moderately. I think of hundred ways to do to help instead of punishing the child, to help the child regulate his emotions and understand emotions and stuff. Actually, I'm going to do my next live video. I'm going to do a whole segment on that and stuff like that. I don't got my teleprompter right in front of me, but a lot of times I like to have that, not because I don't know the material, but that's because when your child freebase your thoughts out of your mouth, then a lot of times thinking what to say, you don't know exactly what to say at the time. But that's why a teleprompter makes it easy and stuff. Tough stuff. And also, spanking is abusive too. Bullying. This is bullying. It teaches the children that hidden, younger, and weaker people is how you deal with people when you don't get your way, or that's how you handle situations, conflicts. It's a bullying. 9 times out of 10, they will handle the things in bullying or violence, and they in jail. Yeah, true. Not all people who are spanked is in jail, but it does. Emotions. Emotions. A lot of times you see people get on Facebook. I was expecting, and I turned out fine. It's really they didn't. They have some hidden emotions that they'll carry from their childhood. That normally we don't blame our parents or our dad for abusing, because they were bad. We don't blame them. We 9 times 10 we end up blaming scapegoats or other people for our problems and stuff. And I'm going to do a live video. I'm going to do a whole thing of live video. We'll have my teleprompter, and I could I could read you just so I can remember it and stuff. And that's the main point is it does teach bullying, and children who are spanked are more likely to commit spouse abuse when they get older, abuse their own kids when they get older, and much more and stuff. So it's really common sense that people. If we just practice respectful parenting, peaceful parenting, / Montessori parenting, that stuff is not permissive. This is boundaries in a healthy way without hitting each other. Stuff. That's one thing we must realize and stuff like that. To be fully against child abuse may be fully against spanking and start practicing peaceful parenting. I guarantee you, if you do that, our future generations will come out more respectful and stuff like that. I guarantee you stuff. And stuff. And I've seen some people. I've seen people come up on this live feed. Feel free to stay in my live feed. I see some people peek in, but no one ever stays. Feel free to stay and ask questions and stuff. If you want to come to my live feed, ask questions. If you got questions towards me, ask questions and I'll answer them. Or if you got, if you want to give an opinion, I'll debate it, because I will win the debate on spanking is abuse. But you could tell me it, and I'll tell you why you're wrong in a respectful way. Feel free to stay in my live feed and stuff. People, or at least share this live feed, or this live I've done this live stream, or just rewatch it and stuff like that, and stuff like that, and stuff. I'm going to conclude this live feed. So if you want to feel free to come back and watch this live feed and stuff. And